Okay, now we're going to do a short test with the Minibull Designs choke hazard stove. This is the original choke hazard stove. It's no longer in production. This thing is super light. They used to have another choke hazard stove that replaced this one, and that one's not in production anymore either. Hi, this is George with GFE Survival. We're doing a boil test now with the choke hazard stove. It's a remote feed stove. It's 2 cups of water. Adjust this down a bit so we can get a good view of what's going on underneath. The choke hazard stove is a lot smaller and lighter than the M1, and it's a little bit cooler burning stove. It does have a small wick inside. The stove's made by Minibull Design, or was made. This is actually no longer in production. I bought this stove originally for a survival kit, and because it's lightweight. We've been boiling now for about 3 minutes, or been heating the stove for about 3 minutes. It's about 60-degree water we used. Starting to get a couple little bubbles in there. As you can see in the background, we're using heat gas line antifreeze, which is what Tinny recommends that you use in all his stoves. This is a 4-ounce bottle, which gives you plenty of fuel. These stoves don't use a whole lot. There's a little bit of food coloring added in that bottle just to make it easier to see, and so I know it's fuel and not something else when I have it in my pack. We've been going for just about 6 minutes now. Let's see what we got inside. Get a little steam. Got some bubbles in the bottom starting to come up. There. Nice thing about this stove is you take the fuel hose, you wrap it up inside the container, and then where we put the fuel in is actually the cap. So it's really compact. Pulling the extra fuel out of the line. We got a good amount of steam now. She's bubbling. Got about 10 minutes now on the heat. It's actually starting to boil. You can actually hear the bubbling effect now. Just draining out the last bit of fuel in the line. Part of the thing with the stove is you got to make sure where you put the fuel in is elevated a little bit above where the burner is. This slow even heat like this is like really good for simmering stuff. You know, this would be a good thing to put a soup in like this and have it thicken. There you go. You can make ramen noodles with that. You can put your ramen noodles in there right now. Bust it up, finish heating them up a little bit. Leave it covered. Your noodles will be fine. It's a little bit of a small pot, but these low heat small stoves work better with the smaller pots. It's actually was designed to be used more with a beer can pot. This is a Coleman Peak pot. All stainless steel. Bottom's painted black. Hiram Cook did some tests to see if it really made a difference to have your pot painted black or not. And it doesn't, and I think Tinny from Minibull Designs did also, and it doesn't make a big difference. What it does is just help hide the discoloration from the fuel that you'll get on the pots using different types of fuels. Alright, well, I'm going to end the video here. Gives you an idea of the basic stove and what it can do. It does take some time, but it's effective. And I've done 2 boil tests with this 4-ounce bottle, and you can see how much I've used. This did the M1 and the choke hazard stove, both at 2 cups of water, and I've gotten water to a temperature where it's purified and that you could make a soup with, or ramen noodles, or rehydrated a meal, because you could put this in to your little bag, zip it like a backpacker meal, pour it in there, stir it up, zip it up, and let it sit, and it'll be done. This is George with GFB Survival. I appreciate you looking at my videos, and